How to use Roadbook Editor. Simple, logical, useful. Download and installation. Go to roadbook-system.com and choose Roadbook Editor from the menu. Scroll down the page to click here to download RB Editor, zip, then click on it. Unzip the file you have just downloaded and, once extracted, double-click Roadbook Editor Setup, exe. If Windows shows the warning, Windows protected your PC, select More Info and then Run Anyway. Remember to tick Create a Desktop icon. If the option Launch Roadbook Editor is selected, the program will start when you click Finish. If you distribute a printed copy of the Roadbook, you can change the logo at any time. Just click on the image and then choose your own logo. Importing a track. To begin, load a GPX track by pressing Ctrl-X. I recommend choosing the point reduction suggested by the program. With Ctrl+1, you can switch from the satellite map to the road map. To return to the satellite map view, press Ctrl-0. To locate the starting waypoint, click on one column of the corresponding note. The point will be highlighted in yellow. Now click on the selected point, and the map will rotate to follow the driving direction. For better convenience, zoom in and center the point properly. You can zoom with the mouse wheel. To move a selected point, press M. Move the mouse cursor to the new destination point and click. You can adjust the track by a few meters, up to a maximum of 10, by placing the cursor where you want the track to be moved and pressing L. If you want to delete a point, select it and press Del. Using the commands we have just seen, you can adapt your track as needed. Working with notes. The first note is created automatically. The partial and total odometers are both at 0, so it will simply tell you to move forward. In the selected note, click on the small circle in the center of the arrow and configure the road surface you are starting from. Add the junctions and then the icons. To finish editing the note, click on an empty area of the vignette. To minimize distance differences caused by the different driving lines of the vehicles following the roadbook, try to center the track using L, or in more extreme cases, M. The waypoints that create the notes should be centered on the junctions, so we adjust the point and create the waypoint by pressing W. Complete the note before moving on to the next point. Introduction to cap. Cap is a French term meaning heading or direction. The cap we are referring to is a calculated direction, the ideal straight line heading to reach the next point. By analyzing the possible roads that take us from the first note to the second, we can see that there are two alternatives. Without making navigation more difficult, instead of adding more notes, we can insert a single cap. Using the key combinations we have seen, we can complete all the notes until the roadbook is finished. It can then be printed or compiled digitally for navigation with RB Reader. Let's look at a special case. We inserted a waypoint here to create a note, but it is not really needed because we only have to continue straight ahead without turning. To delete the note, select the corresponding waypoint and press T. Speed limits. You can insert speed limits, for example, when crossing groups of houses. In RB Reader, Not respecting the speed limits will add penalties to the final ranking. You can insert several limits, as in this case. From 30 kilometers per hour, reduced to 25 because there may be free-roaming animals. Remember to place the corresponding sign at the end of all speed limits when they finish. Close notes. Usage tips. If you plan to use the Roadbook with the excellent RB Reader, it is important to know that automatic reading mode may validate very close notes almost at the same time, as in this case. The most reliable solution is to use caps to avoid creating notes that are too close together. In this case, a river flood has made the road visible on the map unusable. The reconnaissance suggested creating a route across the field with no visible tracks. To indicate an off-road route, use the red dashed road surface. If the route follows a riverbed, it is correct to represent it with the red dashed line together with the cap, that is, the heading in degrees leading to the exit point. These are some of the situations you may encounter. I have prepared an explanation of other tips and tricks on roadbook-system.com, roundabouts, icon customization, and more.